Hey, it's Shane from GotRom.com. Welcome to the ultimate guide to full squat flexibility. Getting deep squats takes time, effort, and discipline. Frankly, it's an undertaking that only a few may choose to see all the way through. Is the journey worth the struggle? Yes, but only if you have a burning desire that will fuel your journey. As I see it, there are two compelling reasons to work hard and earn a deep squat. The first reason is a performance motivation. It's simply because squatting ass to grass is badass. I mean, think about it. What catches your eye most in the gym, besides the hot babes on the ellipticals? For most lifters, one of the most head-turning feats of strength is the mythic ass-to-grass squat. In fact, if you've ever witnessed such a feat yourself, it's almost like seeing a unicorn. If you yourself have accomplished such a feat, pat yourself on the back. Chances are you've already earned the respect of anyone who witnessed your glorious achievement. If you aren't quite there yet, here are 4 reasons to go for the holy grail of weight room achievements. If you're a power lifter, the reason to get a nice deep squat is because you'll always get 3 white lights. If you are a power lifter, you probably squat with a traditional powerlifting stance. Wide, parallel depth, and lots of weight. The only problem is that this stance leaves very little room for error. Often, lifters will not get a successful lift due to missed depth. The solution is to give yourself a bit of a mobility buffer so that you always get 3 white lights. If you're a Crossfitter, having a nice deep squat means no more no reps. I mean, imagine doing hundreds of reps of squats only to find out that a good part of them were no reps. I know, very annoying. In fact, a few no reps could cost you an entire competition, or at least a new PR. Having a little or a lot of extra mobility can be the difference between winning and losing. For bodybuilders, a nice deep squat means more range of motion, which means more growth. When it comes to bodybuilding, the goal is maximal size and symmetry. Full squats allow you to get more out of your squats by using a larger range of motion. It's also what Arnold would do. For Olympic lifters, the importance of deep squats is because position equals power. Getting optimal squat mobility will make you more biomechanically sound, which gives you more power. If you look at any elite level Olympic weightlifter, whether Chinese, Russian, or American, you can bet your ass that they are quite flexible. Being anything less is leaving kilos on the platform and risking injury. Reason number 2 to get deep squat mobility is simply because pain sucks. If squats are causing you pain, then you can be sure that you probably have a mobility or maybe a mobility and a stability problem somewhere in your hips, ankle, or spine. Not only that, but if you fix your mobility and squat till you're 100, that's pretty much the coolest thing you may ever do. But why do most athletes not even make it to their 40 and still squatting? If you think about it, have you ever seen a 50, 60, or 70-year-old guy doing rock bottom squats in the gym? It's pretty darn rare. Simply put, pain and injury catch up with almost everyone. Range of motion decreases with age, unless you do something about it, and injuries start to accrue, again, unless you do something about it. The take-home point is that if you don't have a specific plan to stay flexible and injury-free, then you'll end up being just another old half-repper, or worse. You'll be so plagued with injuries that you won't even be in the gym. So to avoid that pain, and to be able to keep squatting deep until you're 100, work on that flexibility. But what should you do if squats hurt you? What should you do if you experience knee, hip, or back pain when you squat? If you do have pain right now, know that you're not alone. Back in 2011, I suffered immense hip and back pain due to a little-known condition called femoral acetabular impingement, or FAI. This medical condition means that my hip bones are poorly shaped for squatting. To make matters worse, I also had a cam lesion, a subchondral cyst, and a labral tear. Sounds pretty scary, right? About 10 years ago, I couldn't even think about squatting. The injury not only prevented me from working out, but it also stopped me from even putting on my own socks. I was in such bad shape, I had my girlfriend putting my socks on for an entire month. At the time, I was told surgery was inevitable and there's no other option for the condition. But at 26, unhappy with the choices presented to me, I decided to try to resolve the problem myself. Fast forward 5 years from that time, and I avoided surgery and radically transformed my mobility. My recovery consisted of an intensive multi-year journey of practicing every non-surgical method out there, but it was 100% worth it. There are 2 reasons I'm sharing that story with you. 1, to let you know that massive change in your flexibility is possible. And 2, to encourage you to start now before your immobility bites you in the ass. Whatever your motivation, pain, or performance, what do you do now? It's simple. You've got to take your flexibility and mobility work seriously. Set a goal for yourself to become a master mechanic on your own body and get to work. If you've decided to take the plunge, the next question is where to begin? Well, fortunately, we live in an era that you might call the mobility era or the mobility revolution. This revolution started with many forward-thinking coaches like Kelly Starrett and Eric Cressy, who have been preaching about the merits of mobility for a while now. But the fitness industry as a whole has seen a huge increase in the popularity of various mobility methods. But are all these mobility methods the same? Are they all created equal? For example, what if you've already done some mobility work? You've done some foam rolling, a little bit of stretching. Is that enough? The problem with basic stretching and foam rolling, which I would call Mobility 101, is that its effectiveness is short-lived. Just as your body adapts to lifting 50 pounds and stops getting stronger, it also adapts to Mobility 101 and stops getting more mobile. Unless you take it up a notch. Up a notch is what I teach. What I teach is called the TSR mobility system. TSR stands for Tissue Work, Stretching, and Re-Education. This system applies the progressive overload principle of weightlifting to mobility. This way, your progress rarely stalls because the stimulus is constantly increased, just like weightlifting. This is a systematic, progressive approach to range of motion training. The TSR system includes unique mobility exercises created during my journey out of FAI. It also brings together the best practices from massage, therapy, and myofascial work, physical therapy, corrective exercise, strength and conditioning, martial arts, gymnastics, and more. The number one reason why this approach is different is because of the additive effect that it has on your results. I call this the compound effect. Stretching, tissue work, and motor control training in isolation are nothing special. The magic is when you combine the three in an intelligent way. When highly targeted tissue work is combined with progressive stretching and refined motor control training, the results are typically 2 to 3 times better than traditional approaches. This allows for exponential mobility progress. It's similar to how your money can grow at an exponential rate due to compounding interest, and it's what allows people who are already familiar with stretching or rolling to experience significantly better results. Even advanced yogis and lifters who are already familiar with mobility, or asanas, will still benefit from some of the new exercises in this 3-step approach. To help you learn this approach, here are 6 specific videos to help you learn the TSR method. For tissue work, check out this adductor smash for deep squat mobility. This exercise will help you get your knees out when squatting and help you be more upright. It will also free up tension in your adductors, your groin muscles, and open up a whole new world of pain-free squatting. The next exercise is how to release the hip flexors for deeper squats. Many people feel a pinching sensation in the spot above their quads when they squat. One of the culprits may be the quad attachment point that needs to be relaxed. Since this area is small in size, you can't really reach it with a foam roller. Using a barbell in the way that I show in this video solves that problem. The next video teaches you how to release tight hamstrings for better squats and deadlifts. To free up your hamstring attachment points, you will need a softball and a box. Put the softball just under your sits bones, your ischial tuberosities, and start applying some pressure. The inner hamstring and adductor junction is usually particularly junky and in need of a lot of work. To learn about stretching in the TSR system, check out this loaded calf stretch for better ankle mobility and better deep squats. To stretch your calves, you can do it off of a bench or off of a staircase by just dropping your heel down off the ledge. However, we can do calf stretching on steroids by adding extra weight to the equation. Do so by putting on a belt, hanging a kettlebell or a weight, and getting back on the bench. Stretch your calves and enjoy deeper squats. One of my favorite hamstring stretches includes a partner who will assist me by raising my leg as I relax deeper into the stretch. To perform this exercise, inhale, contract the hamstrings for 5 seconds, exhale and relax. Then, allow your partner to raise your leg higher. You'll be amazed at how much deeper and more comfortable your squats are after this simple stretching exercise. When it comes to re-education of the TSR system, check out this 4-step checklist for deep squat technique. Because to improve your squat, you absolutely must refine your technique. Instead of following the traditional cues of chest up and arch your back, think chin down, ribs down, abs braced, knees out, feet flat. When perfected, this will eventually allow you to squat deeper and feel more comfortable. The 6 exercises above are just the tip of the mobility iceberg. I hope even this small taste gives you a sense of the potential of taking a deep dive into this world of TSR mobility. Getting flexible and mobile is one of the highest return on investment things that you can do for your body. Think of it like the alignment of your car. To the degree that the alignment of your car is good, is the degree that it will drive without wear and tear happening on one side or the other. Similarly, the degree that your alignment in your body is good is the degree that you will be pain-free and flexible and athletic for the rest of your life. It is literally your physical foundation, the alignment and mobility of your body. So whichever type of athlete you are, and whatever your motivation, pain or performance, you can get deep squats. Will there be obstacles? Yes, but the journey is well worth it. Happy squatting.